8 things you should never do for your ex. No, it's not about blocking their number or deleting every photo you ever took together. There's something deeper going on. Getting over someone doesn't just take time, it takes wisdom. And what you do after the breakup can either heal you or haunt you. Let's explore the 8 things you should never do for your ex and the emotional traps that keep people stuck for months, even years. Ready to finally reclaim your peace? Without further delay, let's dive in. Number 1. Don't be their emotional support system. It's tempting, isn't it? They're going through something rough, and they reach out to you. Suddenly you're on the phone again, talking them through their problems like nothing's changed. But here's the truth, you're not their therapist, and you're definitely not their crutch anymore. Being someone's emotional support after the breakup keeps the bond alive in all the wrong ways. It gives them the benefits of your care without the commitment. And what does that do to you? It keeps you emotionally tied to someone who's no longer investing in you. Now you might think, I don't want to be heartless, and you're not. But protecting your peace isn't cruelty, it's self-respect. Every time you help them through their emotional storms, you're stopping yourself from moving on. You're rebuilding a bridge that should have been burned. Let them lean on someone else. Let them grow on their own. You're not selfish for choosing your own healing over their temporary comfort. Number 2. Don't beg or plead for another chance. This one is painful, because when you're heartbroken, your mind goes into survival mode. You start thinking, maybe if I just say the right thing, maybe if I promise I'll change, maybe they'll come back. But begging, it does the opposite of what you want. It strips away your power, your dignity, and your value in their eyes. People are drawn to strength, not desperation. Psychologically, when someone sees you pleading, they interpret it as a lack of self-worth. They don't see your love, they see your fear of being alone. And nothing kills attraction faster than that. You have to remember, someone who truly wanted to be with you wouldn't need convincing. And if they left, let them go. If the relationship meant something real, it'll speak for itself without you having to fight for leftovers. Hold your head high, speak your truth, but never beg for what's already walked away from you. Number 3, don't be their backup plan. You know the type, they keep you close, not close enough to commit, but just close enough to keep you hoping. A late night text here, a flirty message there. They're not saying they want you back, but they're not really letting you go either. That's not love, that's convenience. And if you allow yourself to stay in that in-between space, you become a safety net, not a priority. The minute things don't work out with someone else, poof, they come running back to you, not because they love you, but because you're easy to reach. Never let someone treat you like a bookmark, only useful when they're bored or lonely. If they're unsure about you, that's your sign to be sure about yourself. Close the chapter. Don't be an option when you deserve to be a choice. Number 4, don't pretend to be just friends if you're still in love. Let's get honest here. Staying friends with an ex might sound mature, even evolved, but if you still have feelings, that friendship is a one-way ticket to emotional confusion. You'll pretend to be fine, smiling while they talk about their day, or worse, someone new. But inside, you're breaking. You're hoping that being close will somehow make them realize what they lost. But it rarely works that way. Psychology tells us that when we suppress our emotions in a relationship, we end up living in a state of emotional limbo. You're not their partner anymore, but you're not free either. Don't do that to yourself. If you're not over them, don't be their buddy. Take space. Cut contact. Be brave enough to protect your heart, even if it feels like you're being cold. Sometimes self-love does look like distance. Number 5, don't stalk their social media. We've all been there. One innocent check turns into a deep dive. Their photos, their stories, who they're following, who liked their last post. It becomes an obsession. But here's what you're really doing. You're reliving pain. Every scroll is a psychological reinforcement of the idea that they've moved on, and you haven't. You start comparing, overanalyzing, spiraling, and what do you get in return? Anxiety, sleepless nights, emotional exhaustion. You need to break the loop, block if you have to, unfollow if you must. Out of sight isn't cold, it's healing. Because every time you check their profile, you're giving your power away to someone who's no longer in your life. Healing begins when you stop trying to read their story and start writing your own. Number 6, don't try to make them jealous. The classic rebound strategy. Post a hot selfie, Flirt with someone new in front of mutual friends. Pretend you're thriving. But here's the problem. When your actions are rooted in revenge or validation, they always backfire. Psychologically, this is known as reactive behavior. Doing things not because they align with who you are, but because you want to trigger a reaction in someone else, and that puts them in control of your emotions again. Real healing doesn't require an audience. If you're really doing better, you won't need to broadcast it. And if you are struggling, pretending you're over it will only drag out the pain. Don't play games, don't perform. Grow so much that they wouldn't even recognize the person you've become. Not out of spite, but out of peace. Number 7, don't take responsibility for their actions. After a breakup, it's easy to replay every moment and blame yourself. Maybe I should have been more patient. Maybe I pushed them away. Maybe it was all my fault. But relationships are a two-way street, and if they hurt you, neglected you, cheated, or walked away, that's on them. Taking accountability for your mistakes is mature, but taking responsibility for their bad choices, that's emotional self-harm. You didn't make them do what they did. You didn't force them to leave, and you don't owe them forgiveness they haven't earned. Own your growth, not their guilt. Number 8, don't keep waiting for closure. You might be waiting for the perfect conversation, one final sit-down where they explain everything, apologize for everything, and help you find peace. But guess what? That moment may never come. Sometimes people ghost, sometimes they lie, sometimes they disappear without ever looking back. And while it's tempting to wait for closure from them, true closure comes from within. Waiting for answers will keep you in emotional chains. You'll keep replaying scenarios, searching for signs, hoping for a clean ending. But life doesn't always give us that. You have to decide to move on, even if the apology never comes, even if they never explain, even if it hurts. The moment you stop waiting is the moment you start healing. Bonus point: your healing is not their responsibility. Here's the bonus truth that most people don't want to face. Your ex does not owe you healing. They may have broken your heart, but putting it back together, that's your job now. Expecting them to fix what they broke will only keep you stuck, because healing isn't about them. It's about reclaiming your power, your worth, and your life. Stop writing chapters for someone who put the book down. Start showing up for yourself. Start setting boundaries, investing in your growth, and building the life you deserve. Not because you want to prove anything, but because you finally remember who you are. If you've made it this far, drop a simple comment like 888 to let us know you're part of our real community. Now that you've seen what not to do for your ex, let's go even deeper. Because psychology doesn't lie, and these next psychological facts might flip the way you view breakups forever. The brain responds to a breakup the same way it does to physical pain. That's why it literally hurts. When someone cuts off contact but still views your stories or likes old posts, it's a subconscious attempt to stay emotionally relevant. People often reach out to exes, not out of love, but out of emotional familiarity and comfort. Missing someone doesn't always mean you want them back. It means your brain hasn't yet adjusted to the emotional void they left. The longer you maintain contact post-breakup, the longer your brain delays the healing and rewiring process. Wait, before you go, if this video just lit up your brain, seriously, smash that subscribe button right now. And hey, that next video, the one glowing right here on psychological facts about human behavior, tap it right now. Trust me, it's not just facts, it's a cheat code for understanding people, and it will flip your perspective permanently. We're dropping more fire tomorrow. Until then, goodbye. Take care, and God bless you. Amen.